Hey all you nerds, Gabe aka Froopy Art here, and welcome back to our Gravity Falls and cryptid-inspired Pokemon region. Now, just a heads up, you'll want to stick around to the end of this video, as I'm in need of your ideas for Beast Merge forms. But first, in the previous episode, you are still making your way through the Cypher Squad's secret hideout, and you have battled a mind-controlled Mayor Terry and his water-type Pokemon. Now you are entering the next chamber. The long room's floor is sand, raked into beautiful patterns. At another time, you wouldn't mind taking a moment to meditate here, but unfortunately, a petite hooded figure blocking the far doors draws your attention. They step forward and remove their hood. You are horrified to see that your friend Sandy has a mind control collar clamped around her neck.
Turn around. You cannot go any further. Glee and the scientists have just a little more work to do to get the Ultra Wormhole portal powered again. I won't let you stop the coming of the legendary Ultra Beast.
Sandy lets loose her Pokemon. First up is a grumpy Snooton, holding light clay, which stomps about and sets up a sandstorm in the chamber. It is slow enough that you are able to take it down, but the chip damage will certainly be an issue. After that is the enormous Seismite. It manages to poison some of your team before finally falling. Sandy is certainly clever, wearing away at your team slowly. She then sends out a curveball. Kleptocanto zips through the sandstorm and stabs at your team with its sharp beak. The flying and steel typings take a moment to adjust to, but you finally feint the large bird. After that is another slight curveball with Groteris, who redirects your water type attacks back at you. It's a little bit annoying, but you take it down. After that, Sandy has another final Idle evolution, this one being the result of a mud mold and slick scale. Oh yeah, I think we all knew where we were going with this one. Horsey ground type and fishy water type, it just had to be a Kelpie. Now, there have been plenty of Kelpie Pokemon out there, so I wanted to take a slightly different take on it. Instead of it being graceful and fast, by leaning into the muddy ground and water typing and playing up the bog aspect of, dragging you into the swamp, we get this wonderfully goopy design. I'm actually super happy with how this Kelpie is. It's a Tankymon with a great typing. All right, let's check out Calcipo, the bog horse Pokemon. This aquatic equine's body is made up of super sticky mud. Calcipo waits for its opponents to get stuck in its goopy exterior before submerging into murky waters to finish them off. Though its typing has been determined by the mud mold and slick scale items, Calcipo sports slimy algae that protects it from grass type attacks. So its ability is something new we're calling Algae Coat, so that means it resists grass type attacks by 50%, and grass type attacks deal 10% more damage when it uses them. The hidden ability is Leaf Guard. It is quite slow, but poisons and lowers your team's stats with some annoying status moves. It's tough to deal with, but you finally knock it out. Sandy is forced to send out her final Pokemon, the last stage to the little Tiphus line. So to start off, I realized that I have been mispronouncing the inspiration for this line. I was saying Remidriju, which is super wrong. I forgot that this is from Spain, so obviously it should be pronounced Ramidreju. My apologies to all of the cool kids in Spain. Now, this is very fun because we get to really lean into the almost draconic shape with this weird elongated weasel. I actually very nearly said that there were going to be 3 pseudo-legendaries when I got done with this, but I didn't want to go too overboard. So this guy's stats won't be quite that high, but still, I'm happy with how epic it feels. Still sweet and nice since it is all about healing and helping, but it's still intimidating. Just a helpful, burrowing dragon weasel. All right, let's learn about Sandy's ace. This is Raminkehu, the healing Pokemon. Durmoss, who are exposed to a dragon scale, evolve into this elongated creature. Being brushed by one of Raminkehu's long vines is said to cure any ailment. They are also drawn to gold and other valuables and use their powerful snouts to sniff them out. Their tusks let them dig with ease through the earth, but will be turned on an attacker if needed. The ability is Healer, so that may heal any ally's status conditions, and the hidden ability is Regenerator. It's fast and versatile, and if you chose Flambilly way back at the start, you figure that your fire and flying type starter may be perfect to deal with this troublesome Pokemon. When Sandy sees Kidevil, she clasps a gem on her bracelet and fuses with her ace. Okay, time for more Gravity Falls fun. I went back and forth on what we could do for Sandy. The character of Candy isn't really in that many episodes, which is a shame because she's so great. There were some options, but in the end, I used her namesake, Candy, and took a reference from elsewhere in the show. This is based loosely on the sugar high-induced hallucination, Aoshima. Yeah, technically this is Mabel's thing, but I think she would be happy to share. And also, as I was converting our grass type into this general shape, I really started to love how kind of disturbing it turned out. The region could always use more kind of messed up looking designs. Yeah, it's weird, it's fun. So let's go ahead and check out Beast Merge Raminkehu, the Snapdragon. The Pokemon stretches and distorts into an absolute abomination of a dragon. The trainer is affixed quite comfortably atop this tough monstrosity. While quite scary, this form actually prefers to support its allies with beneficial grass and fairy moves. After unfusing, the trainer is overcome with a desire to eat sweet fruits and candies. The ability is something new called Fey Focus, so that increases the power of fairy-type moves used by 50%. It's a wall of a Pokemon, and essentially has 3 stab-type attacks to work with. With your Kidevil at your side, you figure now is as good a time as any to figure out what kind of beast merge the two of you will make. So reminder that our starters, they're all sharing a similar Lovecraftian theme for their merge forms. Our conspiracy theory goat is helping you turn into a full-on cultist. I went back and forth on what kind of weapon I wanted it to have. Someone suggested we do the flame sword from the D&D episode of Gravity Falls, which I did love, and a fire sword just made so much sense, but in the end, Kidevil just didn't feel like a sword. Instead, I just couldn't get the image of a ridiculously massive hammer out of my head. I wanted it to feel like a cultist about to make a ritual sacrifice with this just insane ceremonial weapon. Throw on a nice hood and get some intense, fiery, glowing eyes, and this definitely has the vibe that I was going for. It definitely feels like the same type of beast merge as our grass starter, so they're all kind of connected. Yeah, this is working. Okay, let's meet Beast Merge Kidevil, the Ritual Hammer. In this form, the trainer is overcome with a desire to pulverize anything and everything with their oversized weapon. New, otherworldly strength lets them wield the weapon, while flames erupting from the back of the hammer help propel it into its targets with even more force. After unfusing, trainers can't help but laugh maniacally at any unfortunate event they see. And the ability is something new we're calling Sacrificial Boon. So when any Pokemon in battle faints, it raises a random stat by 1 stage. And yes, your ability isn't particularly useful in this battle since it's the end, but you're sure it'll be more useful moving forward. And unfortunately, your dark typing puts you at risk against your opponent's fairy type attacks. You have your work cut out for you, but after a final grueling stretch, you emerge victorious. Sandy separates from her Pokemon and collapses to the ground. You hurry over and remove the mind control collar, which you see has a ground type symbol on it. You pocket the collar and help Sandy up.
Oh my goodness! You are my knight in shining armor. Thank you for freeing me. That little punk Glee is going to pay for this. Ugh. After my head stops spinning, that is. You go on ahead. I'll help when I'm able to.
You leave Sandy to recover and run into the next chamber, where you are certain to find the final elite trainer waiting for you. But we'll pick up from there in the next episode. Now, before I let you go, we also need to talk about Beast Merge forms. Yep, I want more ideas from you. We'll have another bonus episode in a couple weeks, so here are the Pokemon who are eligible for a Beast Merge form. Mantaris, Snooton, Toxaspar, Kleptocanto, Frillo, Candivore, Borbcat, Saratuka, Kankaga, Grimucklin, Ketituff, Azaboon, Groteris, Seismite, Tiwi, Molunder, Komala, Sableye, Grotesque, Petrofiend, and Perplinx. Just a reminder on the rules for Beast Merge forms. The Pokemon can stretch and distort however you want as it fuses onto their trainer, so get, weird and wild with your ideas. Also, the typing and ability both need to change. Let me know your ideas. I always read every comment, so I will see it there, don't worry. And I have 3 Poketubers ready to Beast Merge with your idea, so I'm excited to see what you come up with. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are enjoying this series. There's a new puzzle, of course, added to the Discord server, so check out the video description for details on how to join all of the journal deciphering fun if you haven't done so already. Hey, and you know who's the best? It's the Patreon supporters. They are so freaking cool. And who's the coolest of the cool? Well, that would be Angel, Cyberlord, and our newest member of the champion tier, good old Mason. Mason, sharing the name with the main character of the series. So cool. So freaking cool. Okay, I will catch you in the next one. Later, nerds.